And we're live.
All right, y'all. 9/18/2024, the Mikey Justice Hour. We're gonna try to get real serious with y'all tonight to talk about some real important stuff. That election is like 50 some days away, if I'm getting it right. So we're gonna try to break that down, get real, talk about some real stuff, and tackle a few other issues, y'all. It's the Mikey Justice Hour. So stay right there. The show starts now.
Another high school shooting yesterday, this one in Florida.
I'm in sixth grade, and it can be scary
There have been about
sometimes.
380 school shootings.
I appreciate you talking to our community about this.
Now's the time. Get ready for
The Apprentice Podcast, the Mikey Justice Show.
y'all ready?
I'm ready.
You don't want to miss it.
There was a man that went by Mike. You like night shows. And so many people wouldn't be bad. They had to be good. And what the youth is avoid because they've been misled.
Today I am announcing charges against the shooter's parents.
I had a sixth grader come. This is what she said.
And I really agree with your point of view.
The Mikey Justice Show starts now.
You are now watching the Mikey Justice Show streaming live on Facebook and YouTube.
Yes, sir. That's what you're doing. You're watching the Mikey Justice Hour. Right on for that, my brother.
Yes, sir.
And I told him, I said, I need some presidential tonight, man.
Yes,
I said,
sir.
I feel like we finna do the State of the Union, man. I got to get on here and really talk to my people tonight, man. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
And we not finna get into 300 different topics tonight, man. We always run out of time when we trying to tackle a very important subject. So I was like, tonight, man, we gonna try to see if we can devote as much time as possible to really trying to break this thing down and do what everybody say now. All those cute words, we gonna try to make it make sense.
Yes.
What's some more of them that they use now, man?
That's the major one right there. Make it make sense.
All that good stuff that they say, man.
Yeah. The hip stuff.
Yeah, we finna try to do all that, man. But we gonna try to keep it clean. We gonna try to keep it respectable. We gonna try to treat people how we want to be treated. Just get real, man. Stop being robots. Stop being internet puppets for a minute, and just be regular, everyday people, man. It's
Sound
not gonna
good to me, man.
It's not gonna be perfect, because we not perfect. Ain't nobody out here perfect. So we just gonna talk. We gonna do what we gotta do, man. And we gonna try to give y'all the best show that we can give y'all. I'm personally just sick of all the mess that's going on, man. So to act like, I'm all hunky dory and finna jump for joy and all that, man, I'm not finna do it today. You hear me?
Right.
Just finna try to keep it business as much as possible, man. So before we get deep into everything, y'all know how we do it. This is the Mikey Justice Hour. I appreciate everybody for rocking with us and watching. We do this thing live every Wednesday night, 7:30 to 8:30 Central Time, streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. Everybody that know to watch the show, this my man over here, Phil, to the left.
What's up, everybody?
He like my man on ridiculousness. He runs the boards for me. You hear me? Yeah. See, got a little tied up with the tongue, and in a little bit, we gonna figure out that I ain't the only one that have slips of the tongue around her sometimes.
Right.
Yeah, next week we gonna try to get back off into having a little fun, a little business. One of our favorite people and friend to the show, old Shannon Sharp, done been in a little hot water lately.
Yeah, man,
So,
he been calling us trying to get back with us, man.
Yeah, man. So I think through the magic of television, he's gonna make an appearance next week on the Mikey Justice Show. So
that'll be all right, man.
Yeah,
I miss
y'all
old
look forward
Shannon.
to that.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
man.
saying?
I miss old horse mouth. Old Skip. So
Yeah.
yeah, he will be joining us next week. With that being said, y'all, appreciate everybody that's watching. All my first time viewers and everything. What we do here, man, is like everybody else, man. We just on the podcast thing, but the difference is we try to be one for the people. We don't talk over you. We don't talk around you. Sometimes we talk about you, but we never talk over you and we never talk through you. We give you a chance to voice your opinion, and we do it live, so we don't have all those old rehearsed answers that everybody want to give on social media. This is about just actually doing what they say, making America better, making it, well, we say better because we done argued about it several times on this show. We don't know no time where it's been great.
Right.
It's been times where great people have done great things, but the country as a whole, that's just my personal opinion, has never really been great. You hear me?
Yeah.
And I don't know, we have people that's so selfish nowadays, man, so racist, so full of hate, so stuck in their ways or whatever word they want to use. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
And while we on the topic of words, man, before we get too deep into everything, man, we're gonna check out some of them words. But before we get too deep into that whole situation, man, last week, we had show videos in remembrance of 9/11. Give me a little bit in my headphones, man, if you can.
All right.
Yeah, last week, we did videos and everything in remembrance of 9/11 because we don't like to use the word celebrate. We don't feel like it's something that should be celebrated. A lot of people, regardless of how you feel about it, religious beliefs, what color somebody's skin is, and all that personal, man. Like I say, anytime when human lives are lost is tragic to me. You hear me?
Right.
Like we'll get into with the whole assassination attempts and all that. Some people say it's fake news. Hey, like I said, when it's real bullets flying, somebody still had to be sacrificed to even get your little fake little demo off, if that's what you want to call it. So to me, it's real, bro. It ain't fake.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing fake about it, And with that being said, man, let me not forget my peoples, man. Shout out once again to family and friends, Classical Junior Academy Cougars, some of the Bulldogs, some of the high school Bulldogs, and the people over at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. Y'all know what's up, past and present. Yeah, man, summer is almost over, winding down, so I will get back to rocking the long sleeves with the white shirt. Everybody know that's my uniform. I try to wear that every single show. Is always going to be some white. That way, the whole thing about me blinging, who I am, how I dress, and all that personal. Now, I don't have on no Nike slides when I do this show, so and I don't have an iPhone. But we ain't gonna let none of that be the reason, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just try to come out here with my uniform on like I'm a school kid, bro. So that don't be the reason. We could just stick to the script, stick to the facts. You hear me?
Yeah.
And the reason, like, if anybody watched my show, they know why I used to wear the whole white tie and everything, man. It was in honor of one of the guys who's at the top of the news every single day now, Mr. Donald J. Trump. You hear me?
Right.
It was my show of it was supposed to be my show of unity, man. Like, regardless of the color of that man's skin, what political party he's a part of, that I still had respect for the man. You hear me?
Right.
Now, I know it's a lot of people that put all their eggs into that basket and believe every little word that come out of his mouth. I'm gonna tell you what my stance on him is, man. Before all of this tomfoolery, if you call it that, and all this clowning, man, he was a person that I looked up to and I respected a whole lot. You hear me?
Right.
Because before I seen all the clowning and the mess and mockery that he tries to make of this whole political thing, I used to think that it was possible to live the American dream because of people like him. You hear me? Because I used to take it like, he was the average Joe. No pun intended. But just a regular guy, man, who worked his way up. And I won't say that he's average because he did have success in a lot of things. But I will say that he was, to me, like one of the first people that where you could say just an average person, that people got a chance to get pick who they wanted, and they were open for change and was ready to try something different. You hear me?
Right.
So you had just an average person, a person that didn't have any political experience or political background,
not a career politician,
running and actually winning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back in the day, just to get a few votes or hold your own a little bit was a big deal. But him actually winning, man, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what made me believe in the American dream and stuff. It's not about all this foolishness, man. I'm done with all of that,
Yeah.
And like I said, man, it is a very important thing that really needs to be talked about, and we're gonna get off into it. But like I said, last week, man, I want to mention that some of those videos that we showed when I went back and watched that show, man, they looked a little bit disturbing to me. You heard me? You know, like I said, man, buildings crashing, people losing their life, that might have been insensitive to some people. And I'm hoping that this show is broad enough that people are watching it all over, bro. I have no idea who watching this show, where, and whatever else, you know.
Right.
But we want to be a good show, like we say. We want to be respectable. So if we offended anybody by any other videos or footage or anything that we show, like I told him, we ain't perfect, man. But we probably should have put a disclaimer or something up there.
Right.
Just giving the people a little bit of time, because, you know, like I advertised on the beginning, man, we got 6th graders that call my show. You hear me?
Right.
I want it to be open to everybody. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So we'll just let that be known, man. Any type of disrespect or we rubbed anybody the wrong way, we 100% apologize for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So moving on, man. And then I didn't get a chance to show a video.
Before we hit that one, man, I just want to let you know Jay Wise checked in with us. Say what's up, man.
What's up, Jay Wise? Hey, man, I was like, I ain't seen my boy in a minute. I must have burnt his pancakes or then put them crispy edges on his hamburger or something, man. You know, I still got them fresh cut fries on deck, my dude. Come holler at me, you know. And I got a treat for y'all. I'm thinking about being out Saturday and Sunday down at the Save a Lot this time, y'all. Got a whole lot of new people say they want to come down and try me out, y'all. They say y'all been doing a little too much bragging for them, so they got to come see for themselves, y'all.
Right on.
But what's up, Jay Wise? Hey, and I got some business for you coming up, man. I need to holler at you about something, my brother.
Yeah.
You got some nice work that you do over there, so I might need your help on something.
Yeah. And we will keep you in our prayers, Jay Wise. I know he said he had a death in the family, man. So
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh wow, brother. Sorry to hear that one. You know, we all go through it, but it ain't nothing easy. So yeah, man. Condolences, my brother. And that's one of the things we was gonna talk about today, man, because we have lost a lot of prominent people this year, bro. And we still got the rest of September to go. We got October, November, and December. You heard me?
Yeah.
I was like, man, you never know, bro. By the time this year over with, one of us or somebody we know could be on that list, you know.
Yeah,
So you got to live every day like it's your last one. No regrets, man. Treat people how you want to be treated. But like I said, we're going to get off into all of that tonight. Last week, man, like I was saying, we had a video of the daughter, 12-year-old daughter of a lady, Delisha Dee Evans. She was a female that had St. Louis and Texas ties and connections. She got killed. I wouldn't necessarily say that she got murdered, but she was on a run or something with this guy that she was dealing with. And well, the daughter, I think the daughter did say that she thought that the guy killed the mother. But anyway, man, the whole thing is that this lady was suffering from domestic violence. You heard me? And it's a serious situation. And her daughter released basically almost a public service announcement, just trying to tell people, you know, keep her mother in her prayers. Don't forget about women who going through that type of stuff. Check on people, how serious it is. Like basically not wanting her mother's life to be in vain.
Right.
I thought for her to make that type of statement, bro, at 12 years old, it made me almost feel like when I say a 5-year-old shouldn't have to protect her classmates from being shot.
Right.
I just felt like, you know, that's not for a kid to have to make that type of statement in those type of situations, man. But that showed me how strong a young lady she is, bro.
Right.
And it's almost touching me to even talk about it now. I was like, when I seen Justina, what's her name?
Justina Cornell,
the reporter from Channel 5, man, I was just so impressed with her poise, I mean, you know, to be able to deliver in that type of situation. And I could tell that when she reported it, she kind of, you know, choked up and backed off of it a little bit.
Yeah.
But at the time, I didn't know that she was the actual reporter that was doing the story with the young lady. You heard me? So once I really checked it out, man, and saw what it was worth, man, it really touched me a certain way, man. And since it had local ties, I just felt like it's only right for us to show it. So I don't know how long it is. I think it's anywhere between maybe 2 to 3 minutes, something like that, y'all. But check this out real quick, and we just, you know, we're gonna come back and I'm gonna talk a little bit more about it. Roll the clip, man.
Somebody that I think I really need in my life.
Tonight, a young daughter remembers her mother after she says a violent relationship led to a deadly crash in St. Louis County. The crash came after a multi-state police pursuit. Days after her death, family reached out to us saying the woman's 12-year-old daughter wanted to be a voice for her mother.
A brave young woman. Our Justina Cornell sat down with her today. Justina is in studio.
Justina, it is heartbreaking, but she is just amazing for doing this.
Absolutely amazing. Probably in all my years of reporting, this is probably one of the most moving interviews I've done. And she told me after we wrapped up that it was so helpful for her to do this. Now, 12-year-old Demaya Miller felt like she needed to use that mic to share a message.
I want everybody to know my mom as a really strong woman and a really kind soul.
A daughter's devotion and dedication to Delisha Evans. 12-year-old Demaya Miller is her mother's voice and carries a message.
I know she's watching me and she thinks that I'm strong because I lived through her. And if she's strong, I know I can be strong too.
And that's what she showed days after her mom was killed in what she calls a domestic violence relationship.
I believe he did more than just break her things, but I believed he physically abused her once or twice.
The 7th grader and her 4-year-old sister were close with their mom. That's why last week's silence was strange.
The last time I saw my mom was Wednesday night.
They lived in Texas. A mom had just broken up with 33-year-old Ryan Phillips. However, Phillips was at their home on Thursday, took her and her little sister to school, but the 12-year-old noticed red flags. Demaya would later learn her home was set on fire. Police believe Phillips was the suspect. That same night, the worst possible outcome.
They told me that my mom was no longer alive and neither was he.
Family reported Evans missing. Police identified the primary suspect as Phillips, who drove the two from Texas to their hometown of St. Louis. A police pursuit soon led to a car crash and an exchange of gunfire.
I think that my mom was dead September 5th of 2024. And she was just pronounced dead September 6th. I think he killed her Thursday, and I think Thursday afternoon, and I think he lied about it to my face.
At just 12 years old, she's advocating for domestic violence awareness, and it's her strength sharing a message for Mom.
Don't take your mother's life or your family member's life for granted, because you'll never know when is the last time that you'll speak to them or that you'll hear from them ever again.
Back live, y'all. Yeah, bro. I mean, I've seen that a few times, man, and it's still tough for me.
Yeah.
That took a certain amount of courage and strength to do that. Woo-wee.
Like you said, man, for a young lady to have to be that voice, man, and take that upon herself, man, that's a situation that young children shouldn't have to be in.
Almost like what they say, the new normal, man. I mean, like ran that off like it's nothing. And that's when they informed me that he or my mom was no longer alive, and no, nothing, man. I was just talking about, like, I was finally hearing Gail and Lester Holden people, kind of be a little bit more vocal about everything that's going on. Man, I used to be like, I take my hat off to him, bro, because I don't know if I could just every day get on that air, man, and report endless violence, hate, racism, school shootings, kids getting killed and all that every single day, man, with a straight face and act like I'm not human, like I'm some type of robot and I don't feel nothing, bro. You hear me? Maybe I'm effed up, but that can't be the new normal with me.
Right.
I'm not feeling it. You hear me? Yeah, man. So, yeah, man, domestic violence, opioid addiction, it's a lot of stuff here, man. Mental health that really needs to be addressed, y'all. Like I said, man, the Urban League, Covenant House, all those places are good places around here to reach out. Crisis Nursery, if y'all need help, you know what I'm saying? Tonight we focusing more on domestic violence. Phil should have that number up there. If not, he'll put it up there. But it's 1-800-799-7233.
Right.
And yeah, we repeat that 1-800-799-7233, y'all. That's the domestic violence hotline number. If you're a victim of it, you know what I'm saying, call them and see if you could get some help. If you know somebody that been a victim of it, maybe you could call, put the word out for them, tell their story, just get them some help, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Moving on, man. Before we break down this whole situation about Trump and this whole election and everything, like I said, man, we lost a lot of prominent people. And first one come to mind is old Tito Jackson. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
He just checked out the other day. We already know, what's his claim to fame, original member of the Jackson 5. member of one of the most talented families of all time. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So he is one of the people that we lost, man. It's a hell of a list. And like I said, we still got the rest of September, October, November, and December, bro.
Yeah.
I was gonna go back up the list and go from the bottom to the top, man.
Okay.
Instead of it just just crazy, man. And your boy himself, I will let you introduce him because you have to do that voice, man. So when you get to your boy, so I'm gonna start from the bottom, y'all. We lost Laker great Jerry West.
Yep.
Another basketball great we lost this year, man. Bill Walton.
Yep.
The Say Hey Kid, Mr. Willie Mays. We lost him this year.
Yeah.
Talk show host and great Phil Donahue. We lost actor Dabney Coleman this year. Sexpert, Dr. Ruth Westheimer herself. We lost Dr. Ruth this year.
Yep.
I guess you would say actor and comedian Morton Mall. I know a lot of people remember him. He was in there numerous shows and everything.
You know him if you see him.
We lost him this year. Country music star Toby Keith. We lost him this year. One of the greatest black actors of all time, Mr. Lou Gossett Jr.
Mayonnaise. That's a little bonus for you.
If you know. Morgan Spurlock of Super Size Me fame.
Yep.
They ate all the McDonald's. You hear me?
Yeah.
Guess
had a heart attack too, huh?
Yeah, McDonald's is to die for.
Ooh.
No pun intended. Richard Lewis. I know a lot of people know who old Richard Lewis is.
Yeah.
A lot of people might want to how we do this.
There you go.
No, a lot of people might want to clap for that. This next person, the Juice, Mr. O.J. Simpson, checked out of here this year.
The Juice is loose.
Yeah, the Juice is loose, man. We lost old Shelley Duvall this year.
Yep.
We lost Mr. Sweating to the Oldies, old Richard Simmons.
Yeah.
Man, who don't like Richard Simmons? I don't care what color your skin is, boy. Hey, my man rocked that afro with them little tight shorts on, boy. Richard Simmons was the man. Mr. Bob Newhart, we got to give him some shine. You hear me?
Yeah.
Because we always sit around talking about my brother Daryl and my other brother.
And my other brother Daryl.
And if you know, that's where they come from. I know we showing our age a little bit.
Right.
Old Kiefer Sutherland pops, huh? Old Donald Sutherland passed this year. Yeah. Great actor, man. Mr. Carl Weathers, old Apollo Creed.
Yeah.
Rocky's right-hand man in Nemesis. 90210 fame, man. Shannon Doherty. We lost her this year.
Yeah.
The rich homie Quan. Mr.
Quan.
Make you feel some type of way, man. He's up out of here. Rest in peace to rich homie Quan.
Yeah.
Too many people in the music industry, man. Yeah. This next one, man, you gotta call that one out, man. That's just all-time legend, man. Your man,
James Earl Jones.
Yeah, Mr. Darth. You hear that, black folks? Not Darth Vader.
Luke, I am your father.
Yes, sir. Mufasa. Man. Old Silky Soul singer himself, Mr. Frankie Beverly, was lost.
Yeah, man.
And Mr. Tito Jackson. Bro, and you know what? Be honest, it was many more. You hear me? That was just some of the names that we decided to go with tonight, man.
Right.
But it's been a lot of people that we have lost this year, brother. So rest in peace to all of them. My condolences, man. And hopefully, I know it's real, but hopefully we don't have too many more people on that list before this year is over.
Yeah, man.
And with that being said, man, time for the business. I told my man, I say, we're going to call this episode right here, man, You're Fired.
Right.
And I told him the reason why we're going to do that, man, because I told him, and if you go back to YouTube and watch my documentaries and little short films, I made a letter to the people, man, just apologizing for this cruel, divided, hateful, racist-filled world that the next generation is going to have to come up in. These are our babies, grandkids, and everything else, man. So I feel embarrassed that all of this is going on in these times. I know social media plays a big part in it, man, but we're not robots. We are human beings. So with that being said, man, before we even get started, brother, I want everybody to know that with all due respect, man, we ain't trying to disrespect nobody. We trying to get to the facts understand what's going on, and really try to break this thing down.
Yeah.
So first order of business, whatever you want to call him, Mr. President, former president, whoever, Donald Trump, somebody's father, an American, a human being, had a second assassination attempt on his life.
Yeah.
Bro, you can holler about Second Amendments and all this stuff, man, but as you can see, there is a problem with guns. School just started. You already see the number of school shootings. You hear me?
Yeah.
Even here and on the national and local and national level.
Yeah.
Multiple attempts on a political candidate's life. You seeing that every single day. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about, man, they just had where they arrested a young guy here and ready to charge him as an adult because he put out threats against all different schools and all that. You hear me?
Is that the same kid that was with Rittner High School?
I was bothered by the videos, man, because they was trying to figure out like, oh, and where did he get that gun? Because when he made that particular threat, he held up a handgun. You heard me?
Mm-hmm.
But they went back to his social media page and showed several videos and pictures of him having multiple guns and assault rifles.
Mm-hmm.
So they was like, we trying to figure out where did he get that gun? I'm like, no, figure out where he got those guns with an S
Plural.
on the end.
Right.
Yeah. And I really, don't get me wrong, handguns kill too, man. But those assault rifles, man, just being honest, man, you already seen with those assassination attempts on the president, man, they need to 100% ban assault rifles.
I think so.
No, I mean, they even said it themselves, man. It's their daughters and sons that's out here on the front line being security guard, police, military, and all that, man. And like I said, man, they're getting set up to be killed, to be ambushed. They don't have the right tools to handle that job properly.
Yeah.
If everybody out here got assault rifles and AK-47s, man, I mean, only a fool would think anything different. You're putting your people at a disadvantage. You're setting them up. You hear me?
Yeah, and people gonna come with the a criminal don't follow the law and all of that. Yeah, but if it's illegal, it's less supply than it is if it's legal and everybody could just buy one.
Exactly, man. I mean, it's easy to say what it could be when there's no law, or no system of discipline or nothing out there, man.
Right.
Of course, you could say, well, that's not going to work or this and that. It's not going to work because there's no system. So yeah, that does make sense. But you don't put that kind of what they say, that rhetoric or that type of energy out there in the atmosphere and make people think that doing that type of stuff is okay because it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, it ain't gonna be some people that's gonna follow the law. But I mean, these are not hardened criminals that's doing this stuff, man.
Right.
Some of these people never had no record.
Yeah.
These are kids. Cause to me, if you go do that type of stuff and you a prior felon or criminal or whatever they say, or a repeat criminal, man, then you should probably be charged as an adult.
Right.
But that's not the situation with this, man. These are these people's parents going out buying these kids these guns.
Right.
These are these parents reading their these people writing what they say manifestos and putting all kind of stuff on social media. No, and they're not taking it serious, bro.
Yeah.
And then everybody want to look all crazy and want to cry when all this stuff start happening. You got to do something to prevent it. Like I said, no, we use the example of Natural Bridge all the time, bro. No, people wasn't going to stop driving all crazy and erratic. So they had to do something to get the results that they were looking for. You hear me?
Put up the roundabouts, make it one lane.
Like we say, man, we live over in this area, bro. We used to see police and ambulance down here every single day.
Yeah.
So you cannot tell us that crime has not went down, that they're getting different results because they put the turnabouts out there.
Yeah.
So that's what it has to be, man. I mean, like we say, there's not guns everywhere. How many times do you turn on the news? I know it happened, but how many times have you really heard about shooting at an airport, shooting in the courtroom and stuff like that? You hear me?
Right.
Because they got double doors with the electronic locks. You getting locked in there, metal detectors. They got guards there. They checking you with the wine going all up and down your body. Everything, man. They got whole different measures there. I don't care if you got to get a dog to sniff people out or something. It just has to be something where those results change, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, man. They keep on trying to make it a mockery and make it something that it's not. Are you trying to take away people's Second Amendment rights? No, in no kind of way. No kind of way. Take that foolishness somewhere else. You the one saying that. I'm not saying that. You got every right to protect your home, your family, and all that. And I'm talking about, man, not shoot nobody because you think they breaking in your car.
Right.
That's what you
That's
got
a little
insurance
extreme.
for.
Yeah.
You know, in your house where you lay your head at, that's one that's up for debate, man. You could never know what a criminal, like you say, intentions are. They could be there just to steal your merchandise. They could be there to harm your family. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still saying, I'm not saying take away the guns, but put more restrictions on them, man. You know what I'm saying? Make them people have to register them if they have to have an assault rifle. Me personally think it should be 100% ban on them. You know, handguns are okay. That's what the police and all them are out here using, and that's what everybody else should have. That way the playing field is even. You hear me?
Right.
You know, just handguns, no automatic weapons, and make people take a class. Like I said 100 times, man, you have to have a license to drive a car. I have to have a license to be able to show that I can safely cook somebody's food.
Right.
But you don't have to have one to safely know that to show that you know how to handle a gun. What we say we trying to do tonight, make it make sense. That one don't make sense, bro. It's a whole lot that I want to address on that level of things that don't make sense before we get too far off the subject, man. You know, that was one of the questions and topics that I had for tonight, man. How can you be convicted of all these felonies and all this stuff? And I'm not personally trying to pinpoint him. I'm talking about the way that it is in this country, man. The average person, if me and you had a felony, bro, we cannot even get a job, let alone run for president.
Yeah, and it's I take it even further. The job that you would do in prison, you can't do that same job when you get out of prison.
And what jobs is them? Like, because I ain't never even really been to jail, and I know you haven't. I know you speaking for working in the the police
in the
field,
justice system.
Yes, sir. What on fries or something? You know, I don't even know what kind of job you can get.
They do stuff like computer programming and credit monitoring and
stuff that requires some straight up skill.
Yeah, some skill and some background checks and you know, stuff like that. But you know, when you get out in the real world, or you know, when you're not under custody, then now you can't do that. You got a felony.
So you in a better position in the jail. Then they wonder why people are institutionalized and career criminals and going back. You hear me?
Yeah,
man. People getting degrees, they learn the skills, you getting your teeth fixed and all that, huh? Can't even get a job, huh? Right. Look, I'm sitting up there. Look, I'm thinking because I heard people say that you making like 12 cents or something, bro.
Yeah.
So you know me, I'm like, what you doing? You mopping floors? You on fries? You like, nah, you programming computers and all that. You hear me?
Yeah.
But let them tell you taking advantage of Mexicans because you gave Julio $2,000 to put a roof on your house.
Yeah.
You didn't give him a candy bar and a bag of chips, 50 cents. You paid him some actual money. You hear
right.
me? And that's another thing that we're gonna get off until later on, man. I don't understand that argument about you paying them this and that. I'm not paying them government money or nothing that came out of your pocket. If I went to work and I made this money, whether I go eat a hamburger at McDonald's, give it to the dope man, or give it to Julio to put it on my roof, ain't it money that I made?
Yeah.
So shouldn't I have a choice
the way I want to?
Yeah. How is that affecting somebody else?
It's not.
And what's so funny about it? These same people that tell you don't mess with these people. You should have went to Platinum Roof and John Bill or somebody. Wait till they money get funny. You hear me? It probably gonna be somebody on top of their roof that look a little bit different up there fixing their stuff. You hear me?
Right.
They'll be doing what we say on this show, freaking something for the low.
we on the other side of that break, man. You want to go ahead and take a break?
No, we keep it going.
All right.
We keep it going, man. That way we can try to get as much time in as we can, man.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so yeah, man. Now that we addressed the situation as far as the guns and everything, what do we have?
How did we get to this point?
How did we get to this point, man? What I mean by that, man, is we have a lot of people that when I talk to them off the cuff, man, they be like, I know dude ain't the best candidate. They understand some of the bad rhetoric and all that, but so that's my question with how did we get here, man? Is it that nobody wants this job, bro? Is that what we scared to admit? Cause that's saying something to me. If we got all of these people, you hear me? And before they lost all the, who got to be the candidate to represent the Republican Party, it was several people that were acting like they want that job. So do we have to have somebody that's a convicted fella that's going through all this and that? Man, that's a distraction from your personal. It ain't been nothing but distractions. It's never any stick to the topic, tell people what it's about, man. And that's why I say that I'm torn about who I want to vote for, because we never talk about the issues.
Yeah.
And the people that support him never even try to make him talk about it. You hear me?
Yeah.
I'm starting to think it's some type of like almost like a cult, man, or like a gang type of following, man. I'm thinking that these people are just endorsing him because they think that that he's going to protect them, or you know what they say, you can't beat them, you join them. You hear
right?
me?
Strength in numbers, yeah.
You know, and you made a very important point when we were talking the other day off the cuff, man. When you say that that it almost seemed like people are using him because they feel like they can manipulate him.
Yeah.
And I don't even think that he recognizes that, and he might not ever call it that, man. And to be honest, I'm gonna say that I think they all use each other all the way across the board.
Yeah.
I think he used them, they use him. I mean, sometimes the way he talk and the way JD Vance talk, man, they make me think that they never worked together. Like this dude didn't know him from a can of paint.
Honestly, I believe that's the way it is, because you know we had those videos of JD Vance just straight bashing him. You know, just a year ago, I'm a never Trump guy.
I know Nikki Haley did the same thing. So so do you think they have any say so on who they pick for their running mates, or how does that happen?
Yeah, I think he got to say so, man. But I think what he's trying to do is make his appeal a little bit broader.
But that's what I'm saying is, how can you say that that's your decision when you picking somebody that you're acting like you basically don't know nothing about them? You don't know them from a can of paint.
See, you making too much sense. So when you say
is that the rest of the Republican Party stepping up and telling him that this is the best candidate? Not the people that's too scared to step up and take the job. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like we say, bro. They don't get tired of all the bad rhetoric. They don't know about the foolishness. They even telling them out their own mouth that you need to stick more to the issues in the script and get off of all the extra stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, they know that.
Yeah.
They bash them themselves. When they ready to win that election, man, it's all about winning to me. Because now is they're endorsing him because they want to win. It don't matter who, you know.
Right. It's like they own personal race is at stake too. You know, because if they back a Democrat or if they back off of that Republican rhetoric, then the next wave up, the Republican people that voted for him ain't gonna vote for him. So then they gonna get voted out. You know, same thing that happened to you know, the Halliburton lady.
Scroll.
You know what I'm talking about.
I'm kind of familiar with what you're talking about.
Donald Cheney daughter. Liz Cheney.
Dick Cheney, right?
What did I say?
You say Donald Cheney?
Yeah, Dick Cheney.
Okay, I'm like, am I tripping? Okay, yeah. Okay.
Well, you know what I was talking about.
No, I don't know. I ain't finna get it twisted.
Right.
Like, okay, that don't sound right, but we'll get it together. Something on that tip. Okay, another thing, man, while we got time, I wanted to address, man. I was gonna ask how much does his rhetoric add to the country being divided? Because you done heard him on all of these clips and all these news shows the last couple of days say that Kamala Harris, Biden administration, I don't even know if they throw walls in there sometimes, but they say they're basically responsible for the attempts on former President Trump's life because of the type of rhetoric that they're putting out. So my question is, when he say all this foolishness and all this old crazy and old lies and underhanded stuff, how much of his rhetoric does he feel adds to the corruption in this country? Are these people naive to the point that they don't think that this is going to happen? Man, they're brainwashing our American people, man. And one thing that I like to say, man, being honest, bro, is we're not that stupid.
Right.
We're not.
Yeah.
I know, and we're not that racist. And I used to want to use that word a lot of times, but I got to thinking about it and how he get down and all his little African Americans and so many people that endorse him, man. Because before, I ain't gonna even lie, man. When I heard all the dictatorship, all that other stuff, man, you know, and I used to be like, man, this dude is promoting racism out here. You hear me? And then when I got to tripping off of it, I was like, not so much, but being honest, man, it's a little bit of it, but not so much. He don't really promote it like that. You hear me? I had to correct myself. I said, no, what he does is make those people who support him that are racist be comfortable with being openly racist.
Yeah, put their racism out there.
Yes, it never went away, bro. You know what I'm saying? They just did a better job of hiding it. You know what I'm saying? And that's another question that I had. When I say, how did we get to this point? Like I said several times on this show, man, it was a beautiful thing to see Barack Obama, to live during the first African American, black, color, whatever they want to call, because it switch up. Oh, I didn't know he was black.
Right.
I don't know, man.
I really didn't know he was black.
So whatever word you want to use, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother story. I don't like that word colored either. Because like I said, if you're orange, white, or pink, you still color. I passed kindergarten and from what I remember, those are colors too.
Right.
White, pink, orange. So yeah, you color too, but
somebody say we all shades of wheat.
but those are different colors than us. But anyway, man, it was a beautiful thing. Seeing the first African American, it showed diversity, made me feel like this country was open to just seeing something else, trying something new. Like I said, no different than just a regular average businessman getting 4 years in the White House. And that's another thing that irritate me, man. They sitting up acting like that this dude ain't never won before.
Right.
He did 4 years, man. You seen what it was gonna be. You heard me. But I guess with this whole Project 2025 and laid out curriculum that they have for him,
right
now
he can do better.
He's going to do a whole better job.
Yeah, keep them on track.
You know better, you do better. Now they're not going to keep them on track, man, because they done asked them numerous times to calm down with the extra, stick to the script and all this other stuff, man. It is really good people out here, man. And he's about to blow it because, like I said, don't get it wrong. We had all kind of people, man, off the cuff say all different things. They're scared that they're about to become the minority. That's the whole thing with reversing the Roe versus Wade and the whole abortion situation. It's so many people out here that are gay. I'm not saying it with no type of disrespect. It just is what it is. You hear me? I don't know if it's nothing new. Don't get it twisted. Come on, man. People been people having those kind of relationships.
Right.
I think with social media and other stuff, it's more predominant, mainstream, if that's the word I want to say, than it used to be. And I think that's part of them being scared. How can 2 men, 2 women recreate and all this other stuff? So like they say, you can't use abortion as a form of birth control and all of that stuff. I get that whole thing of it, man. So, like they say, it's people who do want these kids. So if you lay down and make them, either take care of them or let somebody who's willing and that wants to take care of them, take care of them. We get that whole argument, man. But like I said, man, when I heard stuff about like the Me Too movement and all that stuff that was designed to protect the woman, then I can't get past that whole overturn of the Roe versus Wade. It's an honest deal breaker to me, man.
Right.
And the part that I'm saying is none of that cute stuff. I'm talking about when you say that a young girl that has been a victim of a crime, molested by their own parents, stranger, somebody off the street, whatever, just violated. Period.
Cannot take care of herself the way she want to take care of herself,
and use that option. You have something out there that's designed to fix a mistake like that, and you don't allow people to use that, man. That rubbed me a certain way. That's part of that making it make sense. That's just not making sense to me, bro. That's not what the Me Too movement and all that was designed to do. If you're going to protect a woman, protect the woman, man. They should have the right to do what they want to do with their body in that situation. Now, that other stuff, man, I honestly, when they say that it's a choice of the state and that the people should be able to vote and all that, I think that's the right way to do it. I think that's honestly what voting was designed for. You give the people the voice. You let them pick, and you get your butt out here and you stand on that line. And then, and you get out there and you vote. And that way you can't really too much complain about how it is. And just like Stacey Abrams said, man, you get the right to hire and fire these people. We, the people, are their voice,
right?
Their boss and all of that. When we don't like how the job that they're doing, you go vote. You get them out of there. That's how you fire them. You hear me?
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to just call this episode "You're Fired," man. I just been thinking about that, man. That was another question that I had for everybody. You, whoever that wants to address that, man. I think that that whole being caught in reality TV time and all of that stuff, man, kind of went to dude's head. I think he put out a false character with who he was on The Apprentice, and really made people start thinking that he was that ultimate businessman. Don't get me wrong. He had the Trump Towers, had his name on hotels and all that stuff, man.
Right.
But I think that alone, and then the people that he dealt with, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You know, we seen clips where he's talked about Diddy, he's talked about Lil Jon.
Yeah.
He's all of these people, you know, he's made money with Mike Tyson, Don King. You hear me?
Right.
So, you know, it's hard to say that he's racist, but you can say that it's about that money and it's about that class system and a certain kind of person. And if you're not that kind of person that pretty much rolls with him, kisses behind, and do what he says, then it has to be all this extra and this backlash. You hear me? That's why I'll be like, man, why do we have to have the extra police when he gets charged for something? That in itself, that's in itself is a deal breaker to me in itself, man, because that's not making America great. Somebody being a dictator, taking away America's freedom. That's what we live for, man, to be our own people. Land of the free, all that stuff, free speech. We know all that cute stuff, man.
Yeah.
We don't have time to sit here and break it all down, but we know what it's supposed to be about.
Right.
So how can you be cool with somebody that's saying that they're going to take that away from you? And then all this only going to be on one day for what? What's the point? What are you trying to get off with it?
Yeah.
What is your purpose for doing it?
It's like we say, man, they want to say that, oh, he ain't going to take it away from me. He going to take it away from them.
Is that just I want to call my own shot, be on my own terms? I quit you, you didn't quit me. What is the purpose of it? I don't get it.
Yeah.
If it's bad and it ain't gonna be nothing good that come out of it, what you just want one day to screw the people over, it's a deal breaker, man. And then, like we say, you hear him talk out of one side of his neck that he's not gonna you know, he don't condone no violence, and any real Trump supporters and all of that wouldn't attack their own people, and that's not American. That's morally wrong, and you have to protect our police officers, our military, and people that are putting their life on the line to serve and protect this country and all that. You can't be saying that out of one breath and then that you're going to pardon the people. You hear me? You got numerous clips, man, of him basically mocking the situation where Nancy Pelosi's husband getting attacked. Man, they hit the dude in the head with a hammer and almost killed him, bro.
Yeah.
It's nothing cute or funny about it. So to me, to say that you're going to pardon people that were found liable, guilty, I mean, all of that stuff, man, these are deal breakers, bro. What does his rhetoric, what kind of funk is he putting out here? What kind of bad, you know, vibe, animosity, beef, whatever words they want to use? What is his rhetoric doing for all of that?
I think we're seeing the results of it, man.
Okay.
This dude got 2 assassination attempts on him, man.
Can we see the other side of it? You calm it down and bring it down, just like you telling other people, man.
Yeah.
And we'll see where that gets us. You hear me? You try it.
Yeah.
You try it. You bring it down. You hear me? You know, you got to take some responsibility, man. I mean, it's lies you're putting out here, bro. I remember all this stuff a couple of years ago when he started talking about the Chinese flu and little stuff like that. I don't know whether it's true or not. I'm not the judge or the jury. It's not my job to really try to get off into all of that. But the point is, man, you're putting targets on people, unwanted targets, unnecessary targets, whatever you want to call it, man. When you do stuff like that, you hear me?
Yeah.
Soon as he said that, do you know how much crimes against Asian people spiked?
Yeah, a lot. They had a whole campaign about it. You know, stop Appy hate and all of that.
He's coming out of his mouth every single day and saying that something that Harris and Biden are doing or their rhetoric is making people want to assassinate him, man. I only hear them attack him or go back at him when he says ridiculous and foolish things that make them have to defend themselves. Man, people so gullible out here in the way that social media is, bro. You can't just sit back and let people just say anything, because there's people out here will run with that mess.
Yeah.
And you will have a whole target on you for no reason. So he knows that. So what better way to get somebody off script and not sticking to the script than say a whole bunch of ridiculous bullcrap that make them have to keep defending themselves?
Right.
And that's exactly his plan. And that's what he want to do. He's trying to fool all of these people. Man, ask the average person that endorsing this stuff, and even some of our people, man, black people, ask them what Project 2025 really is and what it means. Right. You hear me?
Yeah. How do they feel about a dictatorship and all of that, man?
Bro, like we say, always back to the trigger words. Anytime he can't answer something clean, man, it goes to the personal attacks. When are you going to stop that? and do your research and your homework and be the best candidate that you can be. You can't keep on using these trigger words all the time. What we say is new words are
fascist,
Marxist, and vermin. Man, once again, I ain't gonna lie, I don't really understand some of the meaning of their words, and they have showed on different clips like the way that he uses the, what do they call it, the way that he uses the word,
the sound bites or whatever.
But they say in the wrong context, like when you're supposed to use like the past tense of the word. They say he just uses the word the same way all the time. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
It's the difference between being a professional and the act of professionalism. That's what they saying. And he doesn't use the word right, so they let them know that he don't really understand.
He used it out of context.
Yeah, he uses it out of context. That's the word I'm looking for. So that make them feel like he don't really know the word. It's just something cute that he's saying right now. You hear me?
It's a buzz.
So just for sake of argument, man, educating our people and all that, while we got time, man, Google and break down those 3 words for them, man, and let them know what those words are.
So fascist, or a person that practices fascism. Fascism is an authoritarian and nationalistic right-wing system of government and social organization. So basically a dictator, that a nationalistic view is something that's all about your nation, or say America first. That's a little bit of nationalism.
Okay, bro.
To where you keep it in-house. You don't do a lot of trading with foreign countries.
This is what I'm saying, man. This is exactly, to me, the agenda that he's pushing, but he act like it's everybody else. You hear me?
Yeah.
And then he tries to make it like that it's a threat on the democracy, people freedom and all that is going to be taken away. I'm like Seth Meyers, man. I'm looking like a fool because I'm seeing the exact opposite. Maybe I'm tripping. You hear me?
Yeah.
That's exactly what he's pressing, and that's what a lot of people are seeing. Is everybody wrong? Even his own party, man, telling them that sometimes his rhetoric, some of the wild things he say are very out of place and out of character, and it has nothing to do with this election, and it's nothing that they see as a positive thing that's going to help him win. Well, they asking him to tone it down. You hear me?
The CEO of the Project 2025. This is his talking points. It is about authoritarian government and all of that kind of stuff. So
I don't think those people really understand what that means, y'all. Y'all don't crack the whip on yourself. Don't pick your own poison. You already know what this country gonna be. We've been free and everything else. They even said it out their own mouth, y'all. Don't let them punk out the whole country, y'all. That's stupid. Or y'all that much cowards. Don't let them punk out the whole country. The whole country is not going to go to crap, be over and all this and that because he didn't win. Do y'all remember he just lost not too long ago? He just didn't get forward. The whole country, no. And like I said, man, I hated to go all the way there with it, man. But when you don't stick to the script, I can't do nothing but form my own opinion. I used to be like, what does that mean when he say make America great? I done did a whole short film documentary, tried to pass out money. I've been wanting to get that question answered for the longest. Because like I said, it's been times where a lot of great things have happened. But in those same years and same decades, man, plenty of bad things have happened.
Right.
So I don't really remember a time when I could say America has been straight up great. You know what I'm saying?
Great.
So, so what we want to say, what is it? MAB, M-A-B, make America better. MAGA, make America, MAGO, make America good once. Come on, man. Let's get real with the letters, man. Make America great again.
No.
You used that the first time and you said make it great. So did you make it great the first time? Because you speaking wrong again. Make America great again. I don't know what you're saying, bro. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying?
Every time I'm in there, America's gonna be great.
Like I said, y'all could get mad at me and prove me wrong or whatever you want to do. And I hope a lot of my people are really listening to what I'm saying. I'm calling it MAWA or whatever you call it, M-A-W-A, America white again. That every time now when I hear great come out of his mouth and you don't stick to the script or tell really what you're going to do to make it great or what we can do to make this country change and be better, man, because I said it many times, bro. if he know what's going to keep us safe. You do it for your American people.
Right.
Some of these people that are walking around here are your sons, your daughters, your granddaughters. Some of them are Ivanka, Eric, and all of your people. And if they bomb over here or some critical happen, it's not going to just affect poor people. It's not going to just affect Democrats. It's not going to just affect black people.
Right.
Man, we all under the same roof. It's going to affect everybody. You know, so I don't know what all of that foolishness is about, man. If you know what it's going to take to make this country better, why do you have to have all the power to help out and go repair some of these relationships with these foreign countries?
Right.
Why do you have to be the man and run it to be able to help your people, fellow Americans, who you say that people that endorse you wouldn't attack them? That's not American. People put their life on the line. Why do you have to have all the power before you're willing to help out the people of your country? To me, if that's not the true example of white supremacy, and I'm only saying white because you're white. If a black person was on this type of stuff, to me, that'll be the pure example of black supremacy.
Right.
If I don't have all the power, I'm not willing to help nobody.
Yeah,
you hear me?
I can't do it.
Like I expressed several times, bro, I don't have to say that I'm Democrat or Republican. I'm right, I'm wrong, I'm about right and wrong, and I'm for the people. You hear me?
Yeah.
I'm like, if we trying to be about all people being treated equal, being fair, man, we're going to cross paths at some time.
Yeah.
So it don't really matter to me what party that you on. If we about people and we about being right, man, it's got to be somewhere that we're gonna cross paths.
Yeah, because if the right got to be right and the wrong got to be wrong.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. And it don't matter how much money you got in your pocket, how much fried chicken and watermelon you eat, or whatever they want to crack on us and all that. It don't matter what kind of Nike slides or J's you got on, how many tattoos you got. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? We are not robots. Only way America is going to be better if the people around here start making it better.
Right.
You got the joystick to you. Ain't no batteries in your back. You ain't no computer. You ain't no tablet. You're a human being. You can think outside the box. Robots can't. They can only think what they're programmed to think. You are a human being. If we want to do better, we can do better, man.
All right, brother.
We can. Real talk, man. Yeah. I mean, like I told people, bro, I was like, you heard a lot of people that say, man, they ain't fight for our right to vote. They fought for our right to whether we want to vote or not vote. Hey, that's a whole nother conversation. Like I said, the whole thing about not voting is like giving a vote to the other side and all that other good stuff. Man. Right. You hear me? So, yeah. And then if you watch Jimmy Kimmel the other night, man, you seen Oprah do the surprise on her with the young 19-year-old and got her to register because she didn't even understand what that meant. Man, I'm blessed to say that my own mom has expressed how important that was to her, man, to let her know that what even registering means as far as like your voice being heard. You hear me? Even small things like signing regular petitions and things like that don't even matter if you're not registered.
You ain't registered.
So to me, that's part of that, being able to vote or not vote, have that right, man. At least register.
So because you just brought up a good point, brother.
You don't have that right if you're not registered. It's my choice. No, it ain't your choice. You ain't registered. You can't vote.
So ain't voting protected in the Constitution?
When you talk to him, my brother, I don't want your point to be missed.
Just like Second Amendment rights is protected in the Constitution.
Freedom of speech, all that stuff.
So you have to register to vote. Why don't you have to register to own an assault rifle?
You gotta register your car.
Yeah.
When you ready to drive it and all that. I don't know, man. You know, that's part of that old political. But I have noticed one thing, bro. A lot of those ads with everybody with the assault rifle and shooting and all that, with all this stuff happening lately. I don't know, because we ain't so much in that election period no more. But I'm still seeing the Josh Hawley against Lucas Kuntz ads and all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's not so much of that gunfire,
so
gunplay.
Huh?
Nah. Yeah. You know, like Stella Mag say, I'm pretty sure after you get a bullet in you or attempt on your life, maybe your stance about gun violence and the Second Amendment is going to change a little bit.
Right.
Same like I said about school shootings and all that. Let you be the one that get that call that your 5-year-old got Swiss cheese. I don't care what you saying. If you got a heart in you and you got regular blood that flow through you like everybody else, like Rich Homie Quan say, you're gonna feel some type of way.
Yeah.
And rest in peace to my mans. Man, it's a lot of stuff we could break down, but before we get out of here, man, and I wanted you to do it, man, even if we got 1 minute, man. I was like, I wanted to one day show that verse that you got a chance to do, with that being your first time to get up there and give that speech, man, and give that word.
Yeah,
you
man.
know, I done expressed it several times. My man is a deacon. I watched that thing. It was must-see TV. He had me worried a little bit because he told me it was going to be 30 minutes. You know how he is. I ain't going to lie. My attention span, it gets short sometimes. Not all the time.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know, they complain about mine being 12 minutes. So, you know me, I start hating. But when I watched it, man, I thought it was like 5 minutes, bro. It was just so soothing that it kept my attention, and it didn't seem long at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just wanted, before we get off this air, man, just you try to bless people with some good words. We was going to try to show the round and went down and do a whole bunch of other stuff. It just wasn't appropriate for how I was feeling for the night, man. So I was like, we got to leave on a good note. So before we get out of here, man, can you know, as the deacon, that know how to do that thing, man, just give them some good positive information, man. Anything we could do to try to bring this country together. I appreciate people like Oprah, Taylor Swift, and all of them getting out and endorsing people. Like I said, you got millions and billions of followers, and if your people down with you and true to what you do, man, those are big steps to get those type of people to endorse you. Now, if you can get them all to get out and vote for you
right,
and be in your camp, boy, you batting 1,000. But yeah, man, once again, I appreciate all those people like that. Like, I appreciate everybody for watching my show. This been your boy, Mikey Justice. I'm going to let my man Phil give y'all a few words before we get up out of here.
All right. Hearts and minds clear. Heavenly Father, we just come to you this evening, and we thanking you for another day that we got to live, Father, on the earth that you prepared for us, Father. So, Father, as we move forward in this election season, Father, in the things that we have in front of us as a country and as a people, just let us recognize each other as your handiwork, Father, that we are human beings, Father, that you love us more than anything. And Father, if we consider ourselves to be your people, then let us love one another the way that you love us, Father. Don't let political differences, Father, or bad rhetoric, Father, or anything outside of your will affect us to the point to where we forget who we are, Father. We're not programmed. We're not just pieces of meat, Father. We are your creation, and we have your Holy Spirit living within us. So, Father, let us respect that when we see each other. Let us recognize when we see each other and treat each other with love and respect, and chart a path forward through all of this madness and all of this wilderness, Father, to affect your kingdom here on earth. We ask these things in the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen. Yes, sir. Appreciate that, my brother. I like that. I don't know how nobody else felt about that, man, but you need some good sometime. You hear me? Yeah. And like I said, man, you know, I ain't forget about the past, you know what I'm saying? And I can't control the present. Like I said many times, I don't want to downplay what happened before me, what our people fought for, man, but I'm trying to live for today and my people right now. You hear me?
Yeah.
And I hope that they had the right to fight and vote for what they believe in when their time comes. Right. Because I don't know if my old practices by then will be what those people want. Mm-hmm. And how they want to live their life.
Right.
So that's what I hope for, man, that we get back to respecting each other, understanding boundaries, and the people that came before me that had to go through it. I feel bad for you, and I'm hoping that I could do something that we don't have to deal with that no more. And until the people that come behind me, hopefully that we put something good enough in play that you guys continue to use it like the Affordable Care Act.
Right.
One of them things that can't be broken down because it's just that strong. I hope I come with something that help y'all on that level. If not, you had the right to get out here and vote and make it be what you want it to be. But with that being said, y'all, I love you. I hope we get our mind right. Wake up, America. Stop being stupid. The election is very close, and we have the right to make it what we want it to be. You hear me? We're not going to win with violence. That's what all the guns is about. It's scare tactics, y'all. We're never going to win because we got the nonviolent approach. Right. So we have to. Not trying to what they say, mince words or whatever. I stick to our guns. and do what we can, man, to try to make it right. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we human beings. You know better, you can do better. I'm just asking my people to wake up, stop letting it be all the extra. If it's about these Republicans, calm down with the bad rhetoric. Let's get to the facts. Let's stick to the script and really talk about what it's gonna be. Because I want to see it, man.
Yeah,
I want to see how they're gonna make this country better. You just can't let whatever come out of y'all mouth. And I hope that we willing to live with the decisions that we make, because that's the right that we get, man. That's the only fight that we got against this, man, is just being able to vote. Yep. So with that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all for watching. Try to give y'all a good show, be as real as I can be with you. And this be your boy Mikey Justice, man. And I'm out.
Peace.